Get to Tesla this morning on track for 7 straight weeks of declines. That is the longest weekly losing streak for Tesla on record. Shares have lost about 40% of their value since the president took office in January. Wipes out about $500 billion in market cap.
Today we're going to talk about Tesla, and man, is it fireworks over there. Bill Gates, who reportedly has a short position on Tesla at around $250, must be loving what's going on. But let's recap. Tesla for the last 2-3 years has been flatlining around $200 to $300 per share. Maybe this is its real value, I don't know about it, because previously it was deemed as a high growth company, correct? With a lot of potential, and of course, Mr. Elon Musk, who is the world's richest man, taking the driver's seat. And with his big bet on Donald Trump, Tesla's share price actually surged up. Take a look at this. Back in October, it was only at $200. Then, after the election, it doubled to $400 per share, and it seemed like Tesla was going back up to the moon. But what do we realize? Tesla's share price has since corrected back down by 40%. At this point of filming, if you have been a Tesla shareholder for the last 4 years, you may be still in the red. What was once a company that nobody dared to speak negative about has actually delivered no returns for investors, unlike all its peers in big tech. So amidst this crash, the question becomes, is it a great time to buy Tesla or not? And I have a quick answer to that. Elon Musk's brother, Kimball Musk, has actually been selling Tesla shares. He joins the company's CFO in unloading stock, and this is as of 7 March 2025. Few are better renowned for a knack at selling the stock when it is peaking. We all know that Tesla's main business is in automobile, cars. And before we dive on to some not so good news first, let's touch on some positives. Tesla's energy generation and storage has been climbing aggressively. Tesla also makes monies from services such as its supercharging network. So these two are still going up very strongly. But for today's discussion, we have to focus on the elephant in the room, which is dropping automotive revenues. A quick check on headlines. Tesla sales has fallen off a cliff globally, including Germany, Australia and China. In particular, Germany, Tesla sales has plummeted 59.5%, registering just 1,277 new cars in January. Norway, sales has also collapsed by 44.4% in January and February. All this was while Tesla proclaimed less than a year ago that they will be selling 20 million electric cars by 2030. So while it was nowhere near that figure, now it's even regressed. And why has sales regressed? Right now, there are many people who are angry with Elon Musk and turning that direction to Tesla, because that is his baby, correct? Angry reactions across Europe when Elon Musk apparently used a salute ban for its Nazi links. We know right now that he's doing a lot of reforms in US government. Good or bad, but some people are affected. Liberals and government employees are also angry with Elon Musk. So not only external stakeholders, even internal shareholders are concerned whether he's putting right effort or he's too distracted. Angry Tesla owners threaten to take action against Elon Musk. But back to car sales. Down in Australia, Tesla sales for Model 3 is down by 81%. What about for China, which is a huge market for Tesla? February sales for China, it has dropped 51.5% month on month to only 30,688 units in February. If China, which is such a big market for them, is only at 30,000, there is almost no chance of hitting 20 million car sales, correct? And the reason is because China right now is producing a lot of electric vehicles. BYD, Xiaomi and XPeng are all ramping up and taking away market share. It's needless to say that these brands are actually much more price competitive in their offering. Even in Singapore, I've tested the BYD car, as shown in this previous video. It was a pretty nice experience. And right now the BYD Atto 3 is in Cat A. Much cheaper, road tax is cheaper, and that's why also BYD was a top selling brand in 2024. I'm curious to see also what are sales like in 2025. But it's clear to say, competition globally is stepping up, in particular from Chinese brands who are giving a very good offering at a very good price. But that's not the only problem. You see, right, this electric vehicle revolution back in 2021 seemed a no-brainer. Everybody will be thinking, hey, we're going to electric cars 100%. And Toyota was the only one who said, no, we'll be sticking with hybrid cars. Pure batteries have problems. And back then, many people were mocking that it was a crazy, outdated dinosaur idea of Toyota. But right now, we'll see that people are actually preferring back again hybrid cars. Different regions in the world have different infrastructure of charging network. Especially for places where charging network is lousy, the inconvenience of pure electric is really causing a problem. Hybrid car sales are picking up and eating into pure electric vehicles. That's why all in all, Tesla's car sales seem to be plateauing and right now seem to be dropping quite aggressively. The worst part is that the profit margin seems to have peaked also for Tesla. That was back in 2022 first quarter at 29.1% gross profit margin. And right now that is more than half already. And it's probably because of aggressive price cutting as well as increased cost of distribution. Hopefully these are important points for you to ponder before you invest in your Tesla. And that's why smash the subscribe button. Coming up next, I have a video prepared for you on why the S&P 500 may be correcting and it could be worse than what you expect. So stay tuned for that episode and join our family to reach 70,000 subscribers. Thank you for the first 60,000 of you. I'd like to use this chance to show my appreciation. Now let's address some bullish points from analysts on Tesla. Many of them are die-hard Tesla fans. Usually the idea is Tesla's full self-driving FSD would be coming up very soon and it's a game changer. But if you read around, you realize that full self-driving has been marketed for the last 5 years already. Every year they say next year it's coming, next year it's coming. How long more would that next year really come? It's like the story of boy who cried wolf, correct? Wolf is coming, wolf is coming. After some time, we would all have to realize that is not coming. And if you really think about it, is FSD, full self-driving, really coming next year? That seems to be a very long shot. For believers of FSD, it's frequently mentioned that Tesla has a market lead over it. The cost is better, the technology is better, there is no competition for it. But if you read around, some are of the opinion that Google's Waymo is even beating Tesla in US, not even including Chinese players. Whether Tesla has a leadership in full self-driving is up for debate, but the point is very clear. Tesla is not the only player. Even if you were to come to fruition, there is competition also in full self-driving. Then the next idea again is robotaxis. That too does not seem to be on the horizon. And with that, let's draw some concluding points. I'd like to bring up something by Prof. Eswath Damodaran. He's mentioned that Tesla, like Alibaba, is a very personality-driven company. Jack Ma drew investors and customers to Alibaba with his enthusiasm and energy. And Elon Musk has been better than anyone in selling Teslas to consumers and investors. If you view Elon Musk as a positive force, investing with him makes sense. But on the left, we cannot ignore there will be certain points that Elon Musk is viewed as a negative force, and the company will have to suffer a discount in value. Do you know that right now there are anti-Elon Tesla club members who have this sticker, "I bought this car before Elon went crazy." In such personality-driven company, you would realize that the market swing is huge. I'd like to throw a very interesting point of view. Right now, Elon Musk is having this bromance with Donald Trump. He's right-wing man. His influence in White House is unprecedented for a businessman. But what can we say about Donald Trump? He flips faster than a prata, correct? One moment, he's your best friend. Next moment, he throws you under the bus. Ask his previous Vice President Mark Pence. Would there be a point one day where Elon Musk and Donald Trump no longer are in love? By then, would Tesla be fighting not just angry sentiment, but also unnecessary tariffs on its car sales? I think if that drama unfolds, it'll be interesting to watch from the side. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections, and as always, smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Thank you for sticking around the very end, and let me invite you to some of my previous videos like this, which is the BYD Atto 3 review. I think it's a fun video, and I'll see you there too. Take care as always, goodbye.